Hey everybody, tonight I want to talk about something simple. Real equality means symmetric accountability. If a man wronged you in business and you're a man, you'd speak up, right? So if a woman wrongs you, the standard should be exactly the same. Anything else is inequality. It's a low trust social loophole. Low trust social loophole. And low trust societies suck. The thing about low trust environments is that they decay. Companies decay, nations decay, communities decay. So, yeah, I'm going to speak clearly about the situation I just lived through. Not because I'm angry, but because silence only benefits the person who violated my trust. Outing wrongdoing isn't punitive. It's how you protect the next person. It's how you protect the next person from the predator you just dealt with. It's how you reinforce the rules of the game. It's how you keep a society from slipping into that low trust entropy we all feel creeping in now in American society. We feel it. We feel the scammers and the criminals and the wayward people with no values whatsoever creeping in. Not on my watch. And funny enough, it mirrors what's happening in technology. Systems fail when the underlying assumptions are not enforced, when memory and compute live too far apart, when the architecture is dishonest with itself. You end up getting inefficiency, bottlenecks, and collapse. Human systems are much the same. If you want high trust, the architecture must be consistent. Look, I'm not complaining. I've had a good year. But we're living through the weirdest moment in modern civilization for men, who are being preyed upon by a small minority of women who are essentially process abusers, essentially abusers of process, and do things like apply for jobs and then take your initial money you give them. That happened to our startup recently. Or the woman that I broke up with almost a year ago, who then emails me recently and says she's leaving the country and giving my cat to a kill shelter. Refuses to give the cat back to me, even though I've offered resources and money to get the cat. Have done everything in my power. I get this crazy email. She's leaving the United States and she's giving the cat to a kill shelter because I haven't given her the cat's records, which she already knew where the cat was adopted from. She already knew that. She could have called them at any time. And I had my business partner reach out to her and give the cat records, or offer to give the records, and she just told her that she hopes she catches a disease. So I've been dealing with really just a handful of very bad people. And I don't think that a person's gender should protect them from accountability. If you're harming animals, I think you should be fucking held accountable. If you're stealing money from startups, I think you should be held accountable. Two bad people, two different people, two very bad people I've dealt with over the last year. Success doesn't shield you from bad people, quite the opposite, and you have to be very careful to curate a good team around you. And I have a good team, but even with that, some people fall through the cracks because, total safety means being a bubble boy. Total safety means we can't hire anybody. Total safety means I can't travel. So we don't live in a world of total safety. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm just revealing to you the year I've had. A couple of predators who've tried to come in. And the way to deal with this, to all the men out there, is don't be silent. The people telling you you're weak if you speak up. No, you're weak if you let a woman abuse another man after she abused you. You're weak if you let a woman or anybody rob from your startup and then you don't speak up. That makes you weak as shit. And if I were a backer of such a startup, I would pull out. So I'm doing what my backers want in a sense. Because if you believe in me and you believe in what we're doing at Intersignal, I'm not giving your money away. We're not a fucking charity. But no, these GPUs, people in the last couple of streams I've put up saying I don't know what I'm talking about. Very much not the case. GPUs are steam engines. They're hot, loud, and powerful, and fundamentally the wrong tool for the era that they accidentally ended up powering for a little while. We needed them to bootstrap AI. That's true. They're useful in pre-training. They're still useful for developing big new models, but nobody's going to be using them for inference at scale. No one builds a civilization on steam engines once the diesel engine exists. Get this analogy? So the railroads still exist, but now it's a diesel engine or even an electric engine. It's not a steam engine anymore. We're not piling, we're not shoveling coal into a little steam engine. It's a little more advanced than that. GPUs are, again, steam engines. And this is the same energy you're seeing in silver. When the world senses that systems are straining and that technologies are shifting, people rotate into efficiency and into sovereignty. There's only so much silver in the world. If you have some of it, you have a seat at the table. That's the theory anyways. Silver and SRAM are the same signal. Memory-centric chips and silver are the same exact thing to me. The old world cannot scale anymore. More GPUs, more scammers. None of that's the answer. And this isn't about chips or metals or men's rights. It's about civilization finally waking up. The rails stay, the scaffolding stays, but the engines are changing. And I'm telling you this as someone who's had to rebuild my own life over the last year. The engines are absolutely changing. Nothing will stay the same, and that applies to the hardware that is running all this AI as well. Thank you guys so much for listening.